Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here, just the next vinyl challenge video. Um, my vinyl challenge actually was supposed to be over this week, but I think I'm going to extend it a little bit because I'm actually kind of enjoying it, and I'm not having that hard of a time not buying vinyl, which is kind of cool. But see, I might extend it a week or two, or even thought about just kind of maybe setting myself up with a rule on the lines of just going out and buying one record a week, But I don't know. I'm sure if I start going and wandering through record stores, it'd be quite easy to break that rule. So, but yeah, it's been going really good. And here's just kind of the next set of stuff to show. What stuff I've been listening to the last, I guess, 2 days, something like that. My next video will be fulfilling some of the other requests that came about. So. For those of you that did make requests, kind of keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this is just kind of, I should mention too, I also want to show in this video, I haven't been buying vinyl, but that doesn't mean I've been staying away from music stuff. So one thing that I've been doing a lot, I typically do a lot anyway, but I've been doing probably even more so the last couple weeks, is just kind of wandering on Craigslist. Because you never just know what's going to pop up, what kind of deal might, pop up, that type of thing. Matter of fact, weekend before last, this guy, I guess obviously maybe didn't know what he had or whatever the case may be, but he had a Marantz 2270, he said in perfect working condition, that he only wanted $75 for. And I saw that on Craigslist, and it was in a town that's about 3 hours away, which I was like, screw it, if I call this guy right now and he has it, I will drive 3 hours to get a 2270 for only $75. And I called the guy, and sure enough, he said he had just put the post up, and about 15-20 minutes ago somebody else had called and said they wanted it and were already on their way to pick it up. And I was just like, oh. But so anyway, there was one cool thing I found on Craigslist the other day, got for like 10 or 15 bucks, and I want to share that with you because I consider that part of my vinyl challenge. Doing stuff like that has been able to distract me from feeling the need to buy vinyl. And one other really cool thing I picked up too for kind of Mr. Hall of Fame's music life. I want to share that too because I think it's really cool. But let's start off with the actual music I've been listening to over the past couple days. I'll show you what's playing in the background when I get over there because it's actually on my far system over there, so I don't have the cover right in front of me. But a few CDs. I did put on a little John Coltrane Expressions. Got in the mood for that the other morning, and just you guys know how I feel about Coltrane, so I don't need to explain much there. Yo-Yo Ma, I don't know why I got in a real urge to listen to this the other night. It's kind of some good classical stuff. Has one very good song that I love on here, which is The Ecstasy of Gold. For those of you maybe who are not familiar with that song, maybe by name, it's that song that Metallica always comes out to in their shows, which I think is just like the ultimate song. There's different versions of it and everything, and of course the one Metallica does I think is the ultimate, but the way I've always described that song, what makes it so cool to me, The Ecstasy of Gold, is if Jesus Christ himself came back and in the flesh and was going to go give a speech somewhere in front of 10 million people, The Ecstasy of Gold is the song they would play before he came out. I mean, that's the grand nature that I get from that song, that every time I hear that with one of those Metallica concerts, it's just like something just absolutely huge and amazing is about to happen. It's just the best intro song ever, I think, of any band I've ever heard. So anyway, he does a version of that on this, which is really cool. And then also, when I got in that Coltrane mode, little Diane Krall. She's a jazz vocalist that I really like. Like everything about her. I mean, she's beautiful, she's a great singer, she's classy. I mean, just like all the great elements of a I don't know, just like what you consider to be just a great woman. Just all things that are woman power. Really, really great artist. I like her a lot. Um, let's see. Now, as far as other stuff I've been listening to, I had a nice little stack that piled up here. I was jamming quite a bit of stuff these past couple days. Got Ambrosia. And I almost forgot I had this album. It's one that I purchased, and it was in my stack of stuff over there I need to go through and put in my database and all that. And it was probably 1 o'clock in the morning one night. It was one of those Time Life, 8 CDs, love songs of the 80s or whatever. And one of the quick clips they showed was them singing Biggest Part of Me. I was like, man, that's a good song. I said, I need to go get that. And I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. Got some Ambrosia over there. And sure enough, I went and looked. I was like, yeah, there it is. So I had to pull that out and definitely give it a listen. So, great album. A lot of good stuff on there. But yeah, it's definitely an awesome song. Here's another one that I really kind of got into the other day. White Lion. And this is Pride. I have a very much a love-hate relationship with this album. Because there's songs on it that I absolutely love and songs on it that just make me want to... I mean, like the song Wait and When the Children Cry, I mean, obviously 2 of their huge hits. I cannot stand those songs. They drive, especially Wait. Every time I hear what's his name, Mike Tramp, every time I hear him sing that song, I just want to snap his neck. I don't know what it is about that song that I've always hated so much. But then the song Tell Me, oh my gosh, I will rock out to that all day long. And they're equally cheesy, I don't know, it's just this extreme love-hate that I have with songs on this album. But the song Tell Me, like I said, it's just an absolute jam in my book, and I played that a couple of times the other day. I actually listened to this morning, Eric Church, this is Chief. Of course, it has the song Springsteen, which is my favorite song by him, but I like a lot of his stuff. It's just good modern-day country stuff. Spun a little post-rock the other day, too, with Red Sparrow. And this is Every Red Heart Shines Towards the Red Sun. Really nice 2 LP set, just, post-rock stuff. Kind of this pukey green vinyl or whatever, but yeah, just some really good post-rock stuff. Kind of sit back and chill too. Also threw on some Donnas. This is probably my favorite album by them, which is Spend the Night. That has the song Take It Off, which is probably my favorite song by them. Really interesting too, because I love the Donnas to death. I think most of you guys know that. And I have them filed under punk rock, which, anyone who knows Adonis knows they are not punk rock. But for whatever reason, when I listen to them, that's the feel that I get from them. That's like the energy I get that comes off their music. So, I always get questions about what category do you put this group in, and people sometimes say I'm getting confused about how to separate out and my response to that is always put them where you feel they should go, not necessarily where the music industry or where everyone in general thinks they should go, but when you think I want to go listen to a certain band, what genre would you naturally go to pull them out? And for whatever reason, it's just punk rock when it comes to the Donnas. I don't know why, because they are everything but punk rock. But anyway, that's Spend the Night. Beach House Bloom. I played this one the other night too. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff to kind of chill back to. I love that type of, I call it flowy, alternative type stuff, which is also why I played a little bit of Washed Out as well. I kind of actually listened to those back to back. And you guys already know how I feel about this album. One of my favorite albums, if not probably my favorite album of 2011. That was my album of the year. And then with Richard Lee's Contest, the favorite ladies of the 80s, he got me pulling out a few different things. And even though this wasn't the Pat Benatar pick for the contest, I ended up pulling this one out, taking a listen the other night, because I got a craving to hear the song Heartbreaker, which again is a pretty rocking song too. I mean, that's Pat. Then I showed this one the other day because it was playing in the background when I did my video response to Robert. This is the Go-Go's. Beauty and the Beat. You know, we got the beat. What's the other hit on here? Our Lips Are Sealed, right? Yeah. So, and then you saw this one last night in my album of the week. So I listened to that last night. Actually, I want to talk about that again. I also pulled out a little bit of Sunra. This is Strange Strings, one of his twisted little, things that he does. But I really like it. It's just some of that strange stuff that takes you to some weird places that you want to go back to. But I've always described this album as, if you imagine 10 musicians just kind of going into a room, like string instruments like orchestra, and just kind of warming up, and then someone recording it. That's basically what this sounds like. It's just so, I don't know, that was a strange dude, that's all I can say, but he made some great music. I also put on a little Fleetwood Mac. Of course, this is a great album too, with stuff like Landslide and Rihanna, which is actually kind of what I was craving when I put it on. So yeah, that's great stuff. And then the last two, had to go with a little Sugarloaf. Threw that on the other day. Really, really good stuff. Some good kind of classic, 1970 I think that came out. So kind of that early 70s rock / psych type stuff. Then the same thing with Big Brother Holding Company. I think this was their first album, I believe, 1966. And of course, Janis Joplin within this group and everything else. Really cool stuff too, because this is a lot more. This is kind of, even by the cover you can see, this is a little more psychedelic than the typical bluesy type stuff that Janis tend to do. Tend to do? Used to do. So yeah, Big Brother Holding Company. And that's pretty much the stuff that I've been jamming to the last couple days or so. So let me show you the other two things that I picked up, because again, I consider that part of my vinyl challenge, and not buying vinyl, but also picking up other musical things. And I'll just kind of take in a really quick little twist here, and okay, sorry, I thought I hit the stop button there for a second. So, oh yeah, I'm playing in the background over here. Just in case you could hear it in the background, it was a Great White. This is the best of 1986 and 1992, which of course the classic song playing right now, which is Rock Me. Okay, so this is the first nice little pickup off of Craigslist that I got that I wanted to share with you guys, helping me get through my vinyl challenge here. It's a guitar seat. I'm sorry, I should have shut this blind so light doesn't drown it out. It's this really cool guitar stand for a CD holder, which is kind of nice. And again, it was like, $15 that I paid for that. I thought it was kind of neat, just fit really well into the music room. What I basically did was took my jazz CDs and stuck them in here, since this is kind of my, jazz section over here and my Coltrane section over here. So I thought that was kind of neat. Nice little addition to the, the lighting over here. Addition to the music room. And then the last piece I want to show you, which you actually have to go into the other room here. And it is, this is so cool too. That's why I just had to share it with you guys. My new shower curtain. Look, is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? I was just rummaging through this little store. It was actually like a T-shirt and all those little crazy hippie trinkets and incense and all that kind of stuff. And I was just kind of wandering through the store, looking at T-shirts and everything else. And there was these two little shower curtains. They were packed really tight. You could even tell they were big shower curtains. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, that says 6 by 6. And I saw the picture. I was like, is this a Kiss shower curtain? And the guy's like, yeah. I was like, dude, I have got to have that. So I went ahead and picked it up, and sure enough, this is what I get to look at every morning now. I thought that was cool as heck. I'm like, now I'm really showing my obsessive nature. So anyway, I just really wanted to share that with everyone because I think it's cool. And also I should mention, because I know there's a few people out there, one person in particular, who is a big AC/DC fan. They do have an AC/DC one there as well, and it's all black and just has like in these yellowish gold letters, which are probably about maybe 4 or 5 inches each letter. It says AC/DC, and then it has the little lightning bolt, then it repeats AC/DC lightning bolt, and it has that all the way down the shower curtain, and it's black and with the goldish yellowish letters. So if anyone really wants that, if you haven't stumbled across one, let me know. We can arrange something. I can pick it up for you and get it out to you and all that good stuff, because I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, there you go, VC. Thanks for watching as always. The vinyl challenge is still going good, and we will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care, guys.